Hello Retro Simmers, welcome to West and May Sims. My name is Calvin and how are you doing? We are having a new video right now, this time focusing on InZoi. This video is going to focus on rating the houses featured in InZoi in the build studio. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first house we're going to look into is the budget house. It costs only 10,138 bucks. So in the first glance, the outside shell is a little bit on a squarish side, not a lot of windows. Only the front only have one window. There's nothing at the sides, and at the back only have another one. So there's only 2 windows total. For the foundation, I would rather to have some form of a beam or column underneath the staircase. It's a little bit floaty. Check out on the inside. It's pretty basic overall. Has all the features you need to start out of a house. Has the bathroom in front, the living room, kitchen at the back, and there's a bedroom. Yeah, all in all, pretty orangey looking. So the colors are pretty okay, a little bit clashing. So overall, this house has nothing much to bring home to, but it does serve a nice start for your Zois to live in. So I'm going to give this house a 6. Next house is a tiny house that costs 18,828 bucks. So this tiny house doesn't look really tiny. Pretty much has some lawn, nice yard space with a flat roof on top. A little bit of a basic landscaping. There's a front, has lights here. There's a side porch over here. The roof being green is a little bit of an odd choice, but I'll let it slide. With a brick finishing. Inside of the house, you see we have a dining room, kitchen in front, and the first bedroom here over here. 2 bedrooms on one side, and over at the back will be the bathroom and also the laundry room at the end, and in the middle over there. Overall, the furnishing is quite monochromatic, but it is quite cohesive, so nothing to complain over here. So for this house is pretty alright. I really like there's some form of personality injected into this house. So this house is way much better. Have 2 rooms, has a lot of space to move in. Colors are pretty uniform and cohesive, although I would prefer some differentiation between the rooms, but I will give this house an 8. Our next house is Country Family Home. It costs 77,721 bucks. Alright, on the outside, I really like how it looks. Has a lot of yard space, quite huge backyard over here, and has a lot of space to expand. Let's check this out. We don't need expansion packs for a basketball hoop. We don't need a expansion pack for hopscotch. We don't even need an expansion pack for a slide, so it's all in, unlike the Sims 4. Let's check out the inside. Now the inside is pretty much very brown, but overall it's quite there's a front straight out of the back with a master bedroom right in front at the hallway, and then further back it looks like some fruit shells at the beside the kitchen. It's actually a pantry. I just realized that. It's pretty interesting. We don't have pantries in The Sims, but they make a pantry over here beside the kitchen to keep stores, a huge dining table at the back, and we have a living room at the back, which is kind of awkward for me to see the living room way at the back instead of having the living room right in front of the house. We have a feature wall over here on the blue feature wall at the dining room area. Pretty nice. Bathroom at the side over here, and we have I would guess it's a laundry room beside the bathroom. Upstairs we have more bedrooms and one master bedroom at the front with a laundry room in this up here. Actually, I don't know what's the other room around there. I think it's a storeroom. And then we have a single bed, small bedroom over here. There's one kid's bedroom on the other side. We have two that can fit 2 kids. In the middle we have a bathroom, and then there's a den of a study area. We have 2 desks and one of them has a computer, and on the corner there is a more of a girly girl's bedroom with a lot of pink. Alright, so overall I think this house is pretty massive, although pretty much square on the sides, but it serves a very good house for a large family. It is pretty good, although the exterior I would like to have a little bit more bump outs to make the shape a little bit more dynamic, but overall I would give this house a 9. Our next house is the Mediterranean 2-story house. It costs $166,338. Okay, this house is pretty massive. I really like the size of it. We have a huge lawnmower in the front. So, and then there's I think there's a garage at the back behind the basketball hoop. There's a whole backyard at the back with sitting areas. We have a balcony on the 2nd floor. We have another side patio over here. Let's check out the inside. There's a lot of ceramic terracotta. The garage is pretty empty, but I guess that's purposely done. We have a living room at the 2 living rooms. One in the front, we have a grand piano with a fireplace going on. Oh yeah, I just realized the fireplace doesn't have a chimney attached to it. That's kind of odd considering we should have chimneys. This is following the Sims 4 way. Living room at the back, kitchen, huge kitchen and dining area. Upstairs there's the bedrooms with a walk-in closet in one of them. It's pretty nice. It's pretty big, really spacious. The bathrooms are a little bit cramped. They're separated between the toilet and the bathtub area. And then there's another closet. They use like a wardrobe and mirror to signify the closet. That's pretty much it. And there's another bathroom here at the corner there. And we have a huge bathroom on the corner with a master bedroom which is really big with a seating area at the side there that attached to a balcony. Okay, personally I really like Mediterranean houses compared to a lot of the houses we have seen so far. So this is pretty good. I do like the whole idea of a concept of having a much different style of house instead of modern, which is so far a lot of houses look modern as we move on further down. And I would like to see the wallpapers a little bit more warmer in tone instead of bluish white or grey. But overall, I really like this house. And also there's a cinema or mini cinema at the corner over there. It's pretty fascinating. So I would give this house a 10. Next is Black and Wood modern 4-story house. This cost house $174,028. Alright, so right from the gate, we are seeing this really rectangular shape house with little bump ins and outs to give the layout a little bit, the shell a little bit more dynamic. So let's go inside. The walkway towards in, I really like this nice greenery that greets you to the main entrance. The main entrance hallway that goes really long, and then you can see at the end there's a glass window facing another small patch of garden. It's a long hallway in to the back as I would assume it's a garage or store area because there's nothing much in behind there. And then there's a staircase over here. Living room in front with a kitchen and dining area in the middle. Second floor, I would think it is the bedrooms over here. There are 2 bedrooms so far. There's a huge seating area at the landing over here that leads to a balcony with more seating area. Bathroom in the mid, 2 bathrooms, one a really long one, and then another one, that small one that faces at the landing. Top floor is a lot halfway there. There's an outdoor seating area as well, and then there's a bar to entertain guests, I would think. And then there's a lot of places to sit. Further up, there's another seating area with a grand piano at the top. Okay, this house is pretty spacious, although it doesn't looks like can fit a lot of people there. We only have 2 bedrooms. We have a lot of entertaining places to entertain guests. So modern is not really my style, but overall it is look pretty decent. So I would give this house a 7. Next house is Minimalist Blue 3-story house. It costs $69,282. So this house is pretty similar with the modern house that we seen just now, but it's much more smaller. But I prefer this one because of the blue and white color tones and that separated the different sections of the house. It reminds me a little bit of the Greek Santorini style houses, but this has a modern twist to it. Let's check out the inside. We have a huge wall that surrounds the area. It has a small little patch of greenery that leads to the living room. Kitchen and dining is at the back over here. Not a lot of dining room space. Only bar counters as a dining area. At the back, I think there's a storeroom or a garage. Next up here, we have a balcony that is attached to a bedroom. Bathroom over there, center the landing. There's a gym at the back, pretty nice. Top floor, we have another grand piano area with a seating area at the top, another balcony leading outside. So overall, this house is only meant for 2 people only. We have only 1 bedroom, that's quite surprising. And quite a lot of space for your Zois to move around and do all the kinds of stuff. But I prefer this house exterior, so I would give this house an 8. Next house is a traditional house. This house costs $32,607. From the looks of it, it's like a shotgun style. It's really long at the back. Thankfully, there's windows at the side, unlike the first house that I saw just now. Has bump outs in the front. The front porch has some seating area. And once we enter this house, straight away we are greeted with bedrooms right away. Hallway towards the bedrooms, which is kind of weird to me. I feel like bedrooms should be upstairs or at the back of the house. because the first thing I should see is not where you sleep, is where you meet your guests, which is the living room. Maybe the kitchen is fine because you can cook and entertain guests. But the kitchen and dining is all the way at the back, as well as another bedroom at the back as well. And the bathroom is in the middle somewhere, in right before the sitting room. And it doesn't lead to the back of the house, has another entrance per se. So that's pretty much it. The colors are pretty okay, pretty soft. Okay, this house is kind of decent, to say the least. I don't think it is particularly spectacularly amazing, but I do find it really odd that the front of the house is actually the bedrooms. But overall, I would give this house a 7. Next is a mansion. This mansion costs $296,090. Okay, this house is pretty massive, and at the same time pretty blocky. I kind of expected this would be a modern mansion instead of a traditional colonial style one. Kind of interesting architecture going on with a lot of bump ins and outs using the geometrical shapes. Reminds me a bit of Sims 3 modern houses. A little bit on the grey side. There's nothing much to see spectacular on the outside, to be honest. There's a lot of floating units on top. First floor, the inside is a long empty space over here. Let me see what's written there. Shine bright, the world is yours. Oh my gosh, this sounds like some slogan people in their 20s do. That's a lovely arch over here, pink and white overall. There's a bedroom at the back. I feel like this doesn't look like some family house, instead of like some influencer kind of a house going on. They're focusing on making content. As a huge bar and a sitting area, dance floor, and this kitchen and dining area. The actual kitchen and dining area isn't that big, and then there's a lot of toilets at the back. Yeah, it doesn't feel like some family house. Leaning on the upstairs, there's a huge porch with 2 sets of dining room. There's an inside, there's a gym. There's another bar over here, and living room, the grand piano over at the back, a huge wine rack at the behind the bar area. Further up is another bedroom, 2 bedrooms over here. Kind of interesting. There's a garden at the second floor that leads all the way up. There's a terrarium going on, laundry room, bathrooms in the middle. Okay, this house is pretty interesting. I don't think this house is pretty much meant for families to live in, but it's definitely looks like some house that a bunch of young adults are going to live there to make content. It sounds like a influencer content farm going on over here. Don't really like the outside because it's kind of bland, even though they use some geometric shapes pushing in and out to make it interesting. So overall, I think this mansion is worth a 7. Next is a villa. This villa costs $32,403. Okay, this villa is pretty interesting because it looks like an apartment block, and from the outside, it doesn't look particularly interesting. It's kind of blocky, and then in the inside, there's nothing here, and then nothing on the first floor, nothing on the second floor as well. And all the way to the top, we only have one unit that is furnished, but we don't have a way to access all the way to the top floor. But seeing here, it's pretty nice. It's a studio apartment style. There's a kitchen in the middle with dining room areas, living room at the corner, separated, divided with a double bed as the bedroom area that face out with a nice balcony. And that's pretty much it. I thought a villa is meant to be like a luxurious vacation home style, but I think in terms of InZoi, it means an apartment block. This apartment block is pretty industrial looking, kind of okay, I guess, but it's kind of bland. And there's no access all the way to the top. There's only one unit that is furnished. There's no way going up there. So I don't know how Zois would access to that house if you ever plot into the to your world. So I would give this house villa a 6. Next is a white modern villa. This villa costs 40,537 bucks. It is quite similar to the villa we saw just now. Nothing much over here. There's a kitchen or pantry at the ground floor, and then leads upstairs, going up to a unit. I think it's like an apartment. So going in, we have the living room area, a small dining room area for 2, double bedroom, laundry room, and bathroom that at the hallway. Upstairs there's nothing, and you can't access the top as well. This is quite of a disappointment. I wouldn't disregarding the fact that villa means apartment block in InZoi, and it is much worse than the first one. So nothing much impressive. So I would give this lot a 5. It's a 6-room condo. This condo costs 46,318 bucks. Okay, this looks quite mid-century looking, and then with a brick red exterior with a porch in the middle. Wait, this one looks pretty familiar. This one looks like the build that they demonstrated in the announcement trailer. Pretty interesting dividers over here that give a really nice detail to the house. Really low roof, bricks all around. The front door over here. Let's check out the inside. Pretty monochromatic, pretty cohesive coloring overall. There's a massage chair, there's a study area at the one corner over here. Bathroom right beside the entryway. Living room, dining room in the middle. Corner there's a kitchen. Another bathroom on the other side. I think there's a laundry room and the bedroom at the end. You can see much more better detail in the tree surrounding by a porch area. Okay, this condo is pretty nice. I don't see how it is these 6 rooms. I don't know. They might be including the study, the bathroom, and all the other things they consider it 6 room. I thought it's a 6-bedroom condominium, but I really like the mid-century vibe to it. So I would give this house an 8. Next up is a library. This library costs 90,616 bucks. Okay, this library is pretty tall. and really blocky. Pretty state of the art. In the middle, you can see there's a tree planted in the balcony of the second floor onwards, and then it was framed around the building. So as you can see inside, there's a smaller cozy library at the bottom with some book displays, a lot of bookshelves. There's a desk, and I would assume that's for the reception or librarian. Quite comfy sofas in the middle. Upstairs, there's more bookshelves and seating area, although I do not know how that Zois would able to access on the top. Doesn't seem like there's any stairs or elevators going up. Further up, there's more bookshelves, but I would assume it is decorative purposes to make the bookshelves seem like 2 stories tall. That's where the tree is, and further up is more bookshelves. You cannot even access to the top floors. Okay, usually I have a soft spot of libraries, but I think this library is pretty boxy, and then a lot of wasted space at the top, and it's pretty much functional on the first floor only. The second floor could be functional, but I don't see any access to the second floor. So I would say that it is a mistake from the building team. So I would say, sadly, I would give this library a 6. Next is a select shop. This shop costs 37,366 bucks. Okay, a pretty small lot, and it's pretty boxy again. The front doesn't look really impressive other than the front store. There's a shop front with mannequins in front. And at the back, there's nothing much. There's no back door. There's nothing. No windows, no anything. Let's check out the inside. So we have a full-blown boutique over here with some mannequins, clothing racks. There's a cash register in the front. At the corner over there, there's a changing rooms. There's 2 of them with the hook, clothes hook over there. And then we have a long bathroom in the middle over here. Oh, there is a back door, but it blends the same color as the build exterior wall color, so it kind of blends in. On the second floor, more shopping space. It's where the mannequins are. Pretty simple, pretty modern, pretty sleek. Okay, this lot is another not pretty mediocre to me. It does serve a pretty good function as a boutique, so I would give this lot a 7. Next is the convenience store. Convenience store costs 62,948 bucks. So again, a very boxy build, not a lot of bump outs and ins and outs with concrete grey all around. But the only thing pretty interesting is the bump out feature like this at the top over there. Looks pretty nice with a painted purple band over here as an accent, with vending machines in the front. So going into the lot is straight away we're greeted with bathrooms. It's pretty weird. It's not the not the most flattering layout that leads to at the back, which is the entry to the main part of the building, which is the grocery store with a lot of shelves, seating area for Zois to eat, freezer area, and the register at the back over there. Oh, there's a entrance over there on the other side. So there's 2 entrances. Okay, this lot is rather interesting with the purple band at the side as the front door area. But overall, I'm not really a fan of it. But it does serve a good purpose for your Zois as a convenience store, so I would give this lot a 7. Last but not least is a wedding studio. The wedding studio costs 54,216 bucks. So it is an outdoor wedding area, pretty nice. I think I'm facing the back of the lot, and then facing on the front. At the side here we have the pergolas that have seating areas for Zois to eat. At the back there's tons of seating area to witness the wedding. Some light filters over there, reflectors, sorry, the wedding arch, a microphone, and also champagne in the front. Interesting, there's a bar over here in front of the plant boxes, more seating areas, speaker at the back, quite interesting, or at the front, I'm not so sure. I would assume this is where the guests would come in, with a lot of nice arches leading to the center of the centerpiece. Decorations pretty nice, nicely decorated. However, I just noticed something. This whole lot was walled up, so there's no way you can go in the first place. So there's no gate, no anything. I don't know how your Zois will enter this lot. So this lot is pretty nice. I think it's the most decorated community lot thus far. I really like the design, the whole idea of a wedding area. My wedding stories could never in The Sims 4. However, I would dock off a point for not having access at all to enter this whole lot, which is kind of shame. They could have at least put a gate in the front. So I would give this lot a 9. Okay, that's pretty much the final scores for this InZoi's houses. What do you guys think? Please leave me a comment. Generally, I feel most of the houses lean toward modern style, which is not really my cup of tea. So I would favor those who try to push a little bit different from the other styles, the usual modern styles. I would say it is because of the world they're created in. Dowon is kind of a modern Korean city, as well as Bliss Bay is kind of a modern style as well. So overall, the furnishing is cohesive, not a lot of clashing colors, pretty easy on the eyes, but the layouts are kind of weird in some places. Anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to West Anime Sims for more updates on Retro Sims content. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!